boy. Oh my god, I love these. Oh my god, like I am legitimately digging this episode. And the thing is, I want to talk about this episode, but I gotta talk about the Three Armies one first. I'll blow through it as fast as I can. But Three Armies, basically this is the 2 + 2 = 4 episode, where we basically finally see kind of the forces, all the like everything that's been built up in this season, everything that's built up in this half of the season, paying off. Where basically they are now bringing the 3 armies together of toads, newts, and frogs all together as one. Which they apparently had a beef for 900 years, which I guess 900 years ago is when they must have lost the music box? I guess? I don't know. I think they were all living in harmony beforehand. I don't know. But
Duckweed's a newt, Toadstool's a toad, and you two have been happily living in Warwood for years.
Define happily.
Definitely had its bumps.
Great. But basically everyone gets brought together. Sasha is just peeved off.
Together?
We're just saying there's an extremely high possibility of that, yes.
That makes them won't be able to work together.
Cheer up, Sash. You're forgetting that I happen to be excellent at brokering peace between feuding factions.
I love this.
What?
It's that meme where it's the lady just like trying to figure out all the numbers. Which Anne apparently did this. But basically the 3 come together. They're snobs. Like, what is it? The newts are, like, obviously the smart, high-class kind of characters, while also being, like, rogues. The toads are obviously the warrior ones, and then the frogs, I guess, are just more or less the people person kind of thing. Basically a heart, mind, body, strength. 3 things that the girls form. And then says...
Who fell out of the sky? This girl.
And basically saying, like, she can broker peace between these guys. Totally. Just them painting the picture upside down is just fantastic. So they try to go through, which I find really funny is they try to go through, family, like, not family, what do you call it? When everybody when the trust fall and everything kind of shit. The team building exercises. Which I find really hilarious because why are they doing that? Like, not why are they doing that. It's like, why is this the second episode this month I've seen that has trust building exercises? The other one being the Owl House. Having that with young Ida. Hold on, I just need to check something real quick. Okay. But yeah, I'm like, okay. So basically, they all kind of just take jabs at each other as best they can. Like, Beatrix, like, they ask for a plan. Beatrix says, we basically this dumbass is being a jerk, but he's saying, like, you know, Beatrix's plan is, oh, you want to bust down the front door, don't you? And, like, that's exactly what a toad would do. And she's like, well, yeah, sure, whatever, you jerk. And then this guy's like, oh, yeah, we can totally disguise ourselves as orphans to get past goddamn robots. Which, you know what, fine, these robots seem to have, I don't know, do they? Certain robots have personality. Being, Frobo and the stealth bow. I don't like how he has hairy chest while also being a newt. But yeah, and then they don't want to even listen to Hot Pop's plan. They go through more team building exercises, which I love this line right here. Where they basically got to do a mirror thing where they had to mirror Anne.
What's the point of this? If it's to make us all feel stupid, it's working.
I love that so much. I feel like the writing and animation really got really good in these last 2 episodes. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's just like all the animation, like, they animate like a lot of characters in this entire thing. Like, all these characters. There's some people here. you know, they may have a lot of them. I mean, like, there's so many different expressions all the characters have where Sasha is constantly like, oh god, my wife is screwing me. Oh god, my wife does not have a handle on this. Just, and I do love that Sasha trusts Anne completely for this. Yeah, these three want to go to war, and then Anne pulls out this, which I love. As soon as she did it, I'm like, yes! It's been a minute since we've seen Calamity Anne. Like, oh god, yes. And I just love this because I just love this too because in a way of like showing like
We should have led having powers thing.
I just love how she's like, don't question my wife.
All this time I thought I could solve your problems and heal this rift.
I love how like they're all like scared but also like in awe of her.
But I was wrong.
Just yeah, like God, I love Calamity Anne so much.
I can't solve this problem for you.
And that's a good lesson, you know, you can't really make everyone get along. They have to learn to do it for themselves.
Only you can.
Sasha being supportive is all hell.
You're ready to work together and save the world? Let me know.
It's really good, and like even this part is great. Just
I'm so sorry, Sash. I thought I could help, but. Aw, Boom Choy.
oh, it's just adorable when Sasha company just you know make you feel better. I'm like, oh my god,
You did all you could. Now buck up.
that's cute.
We'll figure out a new plan.
I just love that so much. And then basically, Hop Pop has a plan like, oh yeah, you know, like, we can, like, here's the idea, we only do Beatrice's plan, but while that's going on, a small team goes through the back, like Antonio's plan, to go steal the music box. Antonio's plan was to sneak in and steal the music box. And, you know, it's like, oh yeah, they work together, and let's see.
That's right.
Right here.
That's perfect. It's just like the plan from that movie, War of the Warlocks.
Which, it took me way longer to figure out the twist than I would like to admit. But as soon as at one point happened, I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
Because
Marcy made us watch that every sleepover.
what is the Calamity box here?
And you came up with this together?
Yeah, they come together, decide, yeah, we can make friends. Mother Alm comes in and Whoopi Goldberg comes in just to say, hey, yeah, Andres was lying. Where you guys thought you had 7 days, he's moving now. And they're like, okay, well, better get going. Everybody teams up, everybody's working together now. And then Sprig drops this bomb, which I'm like, right, I forgot about this.
Is now a good time to mention that we've also allied with an army of mushroom zombies?
Let's give him a minute.
Got it.
But yeah, and then the beginning of the end, which, by God, is this episode so good. And basically, like, it opens up, does it open up with the flashback? Yeah, it opens up with the flashback of, I guess, their version of Lord of the Rings. So, where Anne's favorite is Star Wars, I guess Marcy's is Lord of the Rings. Where basically very similar. There's Mordor back there. Is that Mordor? I don't know. I don't know Lord of the Rings. Marcy.
Chance against the Lich King's undead horde.
Totally.
Directions so that our heroes can sneak into the castle and destroy the crystal crown of Tantamore.
Whoa! Spoiler alert!
Oh, poor Sasha.
Sorry.
Not poor Sasha, poor Marcy.
A good movie and I get carried away.
Marmar, I'm joking. I don't actually care.
And it is kind of showing like how kind of not shitty, because like Anne does bring, well, it is shitty, I guess. Anne does bring up that like they were friends, but were they really, really friends?
Phew! At least I didn't ruin the second twist where it turns out. Pillow fight!
But yeah, like it's I obviously feel bad for Marcy here a bit too.
Guys?
I feel this is adorable, FYI, these two. Which
Oh.
it does make it feel a lot like Marcy feels kind of like a third wheel if these two seem to kind of like each other, because very much at one point, and it really does feel like Anne straight says like they have a relationship, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Again.
But yeah, that just hurts so badly. Especially since I'm pretty sure this is all inside Marcy's mindscape. Like, this is probably an actual memory, but I'm sure this is also in Marcy's mindscape.
You'll never defeat us, Lich King.
Not when we have the power of friendship.
Poor Marcy. I feel so bad. And then you just show how big the army is. And also, like, this episode has a lot of good payoff. For one, like, this obviously shows, like, how big the force has become here in New Wartwood. I feel like there's...
Andres' power. The music box. Suit
Yeah.
up and move out, people. Today we give evil a big fat wedgie.
Jesus. That feels like a 2000s joke.
I wrote that line.
Catface.
Oh, really? Couldn't tell.
Oh, God. But also, most of them don't even know what a wedgie is? Do most of them even have pants? Also, I love how it says, like, leaving the valley, may Frog help you here. Because isn't this the past they got frozen over in the first season? And, like, it hasn't really frozen over again since. But yeah, also, Anne and Sasha also, at this point, start talking about Marcy a little bit. Saying, like, you know, can they forgive her?
Purpose, Anne. I know she was
Like,
thinking about her too, huh? She got us stuck here on purpose, Anne. I know
It's-
she was freaking out about moving, but it's still super messed up.
it is, but also, you know, Sasha, you've gone through a lot of character development too. Don't forget that, please.
We've all made mistakes, Sasha.
Which Anne brings up.
Partially to blame. Squeeze me?
Which, I want to say this at least, kind of maybe, like, there are some points where, like, a character or a hero will say, like, maybe we're partially to blame, or, like, this is really our fault. It's like, no, it isn't. This, I definitely say, like, it's a balancing act here, and I say they do it pretty well here, at least, where Anne says, like, were we actually really friends? Which, yeah, like, Sasha, definitely, these two have definitely gained way more of a bond over these past few episodes than they had before Amphibia, and I like, and even and let's see.
Remember that movie she used to make us watch? War of the Warlocks? And how we'd always fall asleep?
It was a 3-hour movie.
It's like, Sasha tries to make an excuse, but really it is like...
Just that movie, though. We ignored all her interests.
Which you do see throughout a lot of the series.
Might have ignored her needs, too. Maybe that's why she went behind her backs with this crazy plan.
Like, it makes sense.
All I'm saying is, even if we save Marcy, can we really save this friendship?
I don't know.
Hey, like, and basically, I love the scene where you show, like, the forces, especially because now when I look at it strategy-wise, it's really fun. I want to thank Game of Thrones for that the last season, because there's the point where, like, they have the dragons against the Ice Horde, and I'm like, yeah, dragons are a very good, useful resource. And I'm like, then I started looking at all these different war scenes kind of similar. Like, yeah, they have the moths and everything, but then these guys have snakes and, you know, the giant robo-frobos, the lance bows here. But yeah, you have it. Then you have these guys, obviously these guys doing stealth. But then at one point, Andreas jumps in, and I'll bring that up in a minute. But
So let's say you're right, and we...
I do like that they're talking about this too now, because a lot of people were, I know a lot of people were like, why aren't they talking about Marcy? Because most likely, they were kind of putting it off.
We've been taking Marcy for granted. That doesn't change what she's done.
It's not about what she did, Sash. It's about why she did it.
So I'm just supposed to forgive her? Like it's easy?
It's not easy, but Anne forgave you and forgave Hop Hop for almost screwing her over too.
Easy.
Screwing all three of you guys over.
This is hard, and it can take time. But believe me.
Because, yeah,
It's worth it. I mean, just
it's right here.
look at what you and I have now.
That sounds so much like she just straight said, like, they're together, and I feel like, oh, it's so cute, and I love it.
Of course you are. Now let's save that lovable little nerd so we can make things right with her.
I love that so much. Yeah, like, this part right here, like, it really feels like like they just straight said like, yeah, like look at what we have, our relationship. I'm just like, oh, I love it. It's cute. It's cute. And like Sasha tearing up. Olivia and Unana pop up again. I'm like, right, I forgot about you guys. And immediately seeing the call is like, right, I now know why you have not been in any other episodes. Also, I feel like he should have been able to talk to his other, like, plant self or whatever. I don't know if we're gonna bring that up again. Oh, yeah, the Moss Man makes it back. And that's the Moss Man that is with Leaf. And with the beginning, so yeah. And then this gives me flashbacks of playing Battlefront. The Battlefront where like someone's the newer ones, or at least Battlefront 2, the new one, when Darth Vader suddenly drops down and just like, oh shit, run. Just Andrew just jumps down.
Well, don't stop on my account.
He's such a good bad guy.
This is it.
He is such a good bad guy. And mind you, yeah, they low animation for the thing, but still, that's just showing the size of Andreas is ridiculous. Oh, and then probably this scene. I rewound this scene so many times.
You're not the only ones who are in to do. How could I forget?
The animation in this is so smooth. I love it. Hell, this gives me such like Sonic the Hedgehog vibes. Also, just him going, blah, 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 it's freaking great. I'm not sure how much I can show this without me getting copyrighted. I'm going to try to minimize this a lot so you guys probably won't see too much. The anime that is leaking off of this scene is amazing. Just the angle, the characters, how big their eyes kind of get, the poses. God, I love this. They're dancing. Oh my god, I love it so much. Just pausing the scenes is so good. Like this. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of pose. It's so good. It's that's Sasha one again. God, like I could rewatch this so many times because the animation is freaking hypnotizing. That is, and the expressions. God, it's so good. It's so good. Like I was looking at these, I'm like, all right, which one am I going to use for the thumbnail? Because Jesus Christ, look at this. That is so good. Girlfriend power right goddamn there. Like, oh my god. It is so good. It's so good. And then, yeah, and like, it took me, I think, to the point where they entered the room. And to here, where not to this point, a little bit before this, where I'm like, oh, I already see the twist that's coming. Because they're like, oh yeah, this is just like that Wizards and Warlocks thing they showed in the beginning. Because, yeah. And I'm like, oh, right. Marcy knows that's Marcy's favorite movie. And these guys have all Marcy's memories.
We're not Marcy.
And so Darcy immediately knows. Yeah, no, you're screwed. I already knew all the shit you were about to do.
Hello, girl.
God, that is so good. And I guess each eye must be a different brain.
Nice of you to fall for our trap.
Marcy?
God, it's so good.
What's going on?
It's so good.
Marcy, not anymore. We are
And just like Darcy's movements, I love them so much.
uploaded into a unified consciousness.
What have you done with Marcy?
She's up here with us. It's how we recognized her little.
It's like even like how her pose is like, it's still ditzy Marcy in there, like, you know, movement wise, but it's also still like the core. So like it's a mix of both. It's so creepy yet also like almost kind of silly. Like people like, I guess people have been describing like saying like, oh yeah, it kind of reminds me of Bill Cipher. This and the Collector. I'm not entirely sure yet. I think the Collector feels way more childish than Bill Cipher, and the core feels way more intelligent than Bill Cipher. Bill Cipher is pure chaos. the core is straight, like, cockiness, thinking they're too smarter than everyone.
Of the warlocks, very cute. Give us our friend, or I'll rip that helmet off and take her back.
Although I will say, like, it feels a little bit off, at least a little bit, that we're just like, you know, or it's like, oh, you know, War of the Warlocks, that's where you got it from, that's very cute. And it's like, no, they didn't come up with that. It was totally like the other guy's thing where they got the idea from. So I don't know if that was a rewrite, like we need one more episode, so let's do the Three Armies thing, or I don't know what, but like that's the only bit where it feels kind of off. It's like, it feels like Anne and Sasha probably should have been the ones who came up with that plan, but I don't know.
Your friend?
Maybe it's just a coincidence.
Don't be silly. You're not friends. Not anymore.
God, like, even their, like, cat mouth.
Marcy's memories, it's doubtful you ever were.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Sasha,
Oof.
listen to this
Just the animation, too, just, like, the posing is so good.
thing. The famous Anne. Dumber than a bag of rocks. And
Oh! Just has the insults!
somehow, this rebellion's last hope. Oh,
And just the chin touch, too.
which reminds me. Frogs, toads, and newts of the resistance.
God, like, she definitely has they have very much a Vader feel here, and I love that.
Your leaders have been captured. Your rebellion is over.
We've lost.
We
Oof.
must retreat.
Put up a good fight, but I'm not that good of an actor.
Oof. God damn. God damn, Andreas. But also, like, oh, God, wait. Where is it? Yeah, and
Let's make this quick.
I do love that, like Anne kind of outsmarts the core. We're like, wait a minute, you guys don't know about that much about the music box. Which, you know what? I guess I can believe that, yes, the music box is so old that they kind of just had to find a workaround to make it work. That's why they didn't have, like, anything more advanced than a music box to use this power. So I guess that kind of answers my whole thing in, like, a few episodes back where I kind of said, like, I feel like they should have been something else. But, you know what, fine. It makes it in the sense of, like, this thing is probably so old or so, like, from another world or something that, like, yeah, like, even these people, ancient brains have no idea about it.
Amusing.
Like, I actually love how...
Are you sure this will return the stone's power to the box? What if killing me somehow extinguishes the box's power altogether?
Don't be ridiculous.
I love... And, like, he's like, no, he's too smart. Or she's too smart for that. She's like, just shut up. I need to actually... And, like, all of the eyes closed, so that must mean, like, each of those is a person. And, like, when they close all their eyes, it's like they're all coming together to talk. Which is interesting, and I like that.
Unprecedented.
It might also lead to, like, a kind of idea to trick the core.
Not reach a consensus. Therefore, we must confirm the energy can be safely extracted before killing her.
Wait, did I seriously just outsmart you?
I love how Anne points that out, too. It's, like, great. It's like, yeah, they just outsmart you. It's like, Anne, just take the win. Shut up.
You only bought enough time to watch your planet fall. We look forward to dissecting you. Alive.
Get it? The amphibians are going to dissect the humans. Ah!
Guards, have the rest of them fitted for collars immediately. Andreas, portal, now. It's time.
And also, like, just like another thing I want to bring up, because I said, like, this is the episode that kind of is like a payoff for a lot of things. One, like, this is like, oh my god, you know, they're opening the portal. They're going to the human world, or Earth, and, like, you know, you see this, and, you know, to be continued. It even ends with, like, Marcy just watching her movie, which I think that's, again, in the Mindscape. God, that dance scene. But another, like, good payoff is it here? Where is it? Here. This. Where he's looking over, you know, the temple, Hollywood, Earth, all this stuff. Because here's the thing. There's a difference between... Because I'm kind of happy they went to Earth, obviously. And those are some of my favorite episodes. But also, because this helps with it a lot. This helps with an idea a lot. Where, like, if we see... Okay, if without the context... without the first half of this season... This is just Earth, and it's very much relying on us giving a shit about our planet. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've told my brother multiple times, man, I hope zombies happen. A lot of times, do not give two shits about this planet. And mind you, that's not in a sense of, oh, I'm going to throw garbage on the ground. No, it's more how shitty people are to each other. Just go on Twitter. I at one point, again, off topic, someone said, Luz isn't black enough. And Afro-Latino, as an Afro-Latino, Luz isn't black enough. Me, as an Afro-Latino who has loose curls, big lips, and lighter skin tone than most Afro people, I call bullshit on that and say Luz is a good representation of my people. And the person blocked me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a bit racist. Hey, no, Luz actually is a good representation of my people. No, she's not. Block. So, me giving a shit about this planet and a lot of the people on this planet is very much to the point where I'm just like, if a zombie apocalypse happens, cool, I get to have fun killing zombies. And everything is somewhat free. It suddenly becomes an open world, a much bigger and easier access open world game. So them having the first half of the season take place on Earth, which we grew to like character, we grew to see these different spots, see Anne's home, people, and all that stuff, and then now see Andreas looking at it from, the Amphibia side of this war, this feels like a threat. This feels like, that's probably a code or something. This feels like they are pointing a gun at us, or like characters that we like, you see this? Did you like Mr. and Mrs. Boonshoy? Well, now we have a gun to their head. What you gonna do about it? You can't do nothing because you're stuck behind the screen, but we have a gun to their head. It's kind of like that. It's like, it's showing all these areas. It is very much a payoff for all that, and I'm kind of excited for that. That has to be, let me see, hold on, I want to actually look up the Amphibia, is it in downloads? I think it's in downloads. Amphibia writing. I'm going to go ahead and guess E. Yep, E-A-R. Yeah, okay, T-H. Yep, okay. T-H, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Earth. Okay, yeah. I knew that. Okay. So, yeah, that was my whole, that's my, this episode has so much good payoff. And this is only the first half of the war. I think there's 2 more episodes left, I think. So, yeah, this is great. I'm legitimately sorry back, but yeah, it fits so well that it makes it to where this is a threat. This is a big ass threat to characters that we like. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't know. I already loved the Earth episodes. I honestly do say I think a lot. I honestly do think the Earth episodes were probably some of the best ones this season. Mind you, this episode probably topping a lot of them already, but the Earth episode is this episode is pretty good. This episode I'd say is probably the best one out of them, but the Earth episode I think had some of the best Earth things going on. Do I wish they kind of mixed a little bit more? Would I have liked them to mix a little bit more of the Amphibia stuff with the Earth episodes? Yes, but I'd still say, especially because it would have shut a lot of people up. But yes, I like this stuff, and oh my god, this is probably my favorite scene in Amphibia. Oh my god, the animation is so smooth. The dancing, the 2 girls having fun, doing frickin' Sonic the Hedgehog poses. I love it so much. The anime just leaking off of this. It's so good. It's so good. And then, what is this? These girls are freaking adorable. I love this so much. Yeah, this is... It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Please tell me at the end they are girlfriends at the very end. Please. But these are amazing. But yeah, I love this episode. This is great. Darcy too, like just finally meeting Darcy, and just even them having that heavy talk about Marcy, like what are we gonna do about Marcy? I love this. But yeah, this episode is so good. I can't wait for Anne to get her blue sword again, because someone brought up that like they said like maybe Anne's sword, when she swings it, like it's gonna be like a Legend of Zelda sword where like it's gonna send like a shockwave of blue calamity energy out, and I'm like, that would be so badass. But yeah, I loved the heavy talk about Marcy. I love the dance sequence. I love these two together because, yeah, these two feel like girlfriends now a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, oh my God, it just ends with them kissing. It's great. I love it. But yeah, this episode is great. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching the videos that I've done. Links are on my Facebook. Subscription buttons are on there somewhere. This episode's so damn good. This show is really good. Like, this feels like the thing, again, Amphibia has really good finales. Really damn good finales. This feels like it. This feels like that finale. That energy that their finales give off. Like from the first one to the second season finales to this one, I feel that energy kind of coming off of it, and it feels so good. Like, it's like, yeah, like this is where everything was building up to. And like, this is where it's all gonna pay off. Again, like just seeing Andrea's looking at all the screens of all the different locations, I was just like, I got chills. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to see those. I don't want to see them get destroyed. Like, oh damn, and like, oh damn, like I cared a lot. Which I thought, like, what happens if we didn't have those episodes and Anne just stayed in Amphibia and we didn't have any of those episodes? I would have lost that chill. I was like, okay, well, there's Earth. We're already blowing ourselves up. Might as well come in and finish it off. So yeah, like, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. This is so good. I'm loving this episode a lot. Tell me what you guys think. Mr. Styro asked me if I was gonna watch the do a reaction to, like, I guess the final trailer for the last episode of this. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to, because I want to go in as blind as possible, because going in, ever since I started watching the movies I really want to see, and I've just been going in blind, it has been so cool watching these movies and not knowing nothing about what's going to happen next. It feels so good to do that, and I highly recommend it. If there's a movie you want to see, and like you see the trailer comes up, cover your eyes, like watch one trailer, maybe one trailer. That's it. Like the teaser trailer, the beginning teaser trailer, and that's it. Don't watch anything else. Just cover your ears, close your eyes if you go to the movie and it comes up, and just wait for that trailer to end. Like, it makes those movies feel so much better, and you see it how they want to see it, and I want that to happen with this. Like, I tried to avoid as many spoilers as possible on Twitter, to the point where, like, every time on Twitter now, whenever an episode of these comes out, I just stay far the hell away. I'm like, no, I'm good. So yeah, but this episode's so good. I support them as best you can. Check it out. I'm loving this a lot. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, which videos I've done. Links are on my face, description of this somewhere, your videos. This episode's so damn great. And we will see you later. Also, in the latest episode of The Owl House, in the Collector's Armory, there was actually Sasha and Anne's swords crossed together. So